Hey now viewers, it's Wendy from cinnamonsweetshop.com, and I'm coming to you from Planet Fitness, where we get free pizza and bagels. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're coming from Crunch Gym in Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania. Stay tuned because later on we're going to be making homemade donuts, and you know what? They're clean eating too. So stick around because we're going to uptown and funk them up with some chocolate and some great toppings. And that was funk with an N. See you later. And here's what you're going to need. First of all, you're going to need a pan, a donut pan. And this is a Wilton donut pan that's available in any craft store. Oil, because we're going to have to spray the pan so that the donuts don't stick. Here I have some whole wheat pastry flour. It's not whole wheat flour, it's not all-purpose flour, it's whole wheat pastry flour. Baking soda with a pinch of salt, eggs lightly beaten, maple syrup, vanilla extract, almond milk, a little bit of oil, and I also have 60% cacao bittersweet chocolate. The higher the percentage, the healthier it is. Obviously, you can use any chocolate you want. Okay, now this recipe is such an easy recipe to make, and it's very quick. It's just a matter of mixing one dry ingredient into the other, mixing all the wet ingredients together in a separate bowl, and then adding the dry ingredients to the wet. So it really doesn't take long. So with my whisk, I'm going to whisk in the baking soda with the salt in it. Just quickly whisk it through. And then in another bowl, a little bit larger bowl, I'm going to add in my eggs, my oil, the almond milk, the maple syrup, and you can use honey instead of maple syrup. I just prefer the taste of maple syrup. Then I'm just going to add just a little bit of a pinch of vanilla extract, and we're just going to whisk this together for a bit. And once this is mixed together, then I'm just going to start adding in the flour. I'm just going to do half at a time just to mix it till it's mixed, and then I'm just going to add the other half into it. And as you can see, you don't need any kind of mix master, KitchenAid, hand mixer to do this. You can do this all by hand. Getting a little bit of a flour shower. And you just want to mix it until it's completely incorporated. Now as you can see, this is going to be a little bit sticky and thick. It's supposed to be like this. So in our donut pan, I'm just going to spray it with some vegetable spray. And with a spoon, I'm just going to spoon in enough of this in each pan where there's about 1/4 to 1/3 space on top. You don't want to fill these pans up, because they do rise, and if they're too full, then you won't see the donut hole. It'll be so high it'll completely cover the donut hole. And don't forget, if you look under the description box, you will get the full recipe for this. So a little bit goes a very, very long way. And when you're done filling these, just give it a bit of a tap, just to flatten them out. And then we're going to bake them in a 375-degree oven for maybe about 10 to 15 minutes, keeping an eye on them. They will brown very quickly. I'll see you back when they're baked. Okay, this was after 10 minutes baking, and look how much they did rise. So I bet you thought I was kidding when I said a little goes a long way. Now I'm going to put these on a cooling rack and wait for them to completely cool. So guys, this is in my opinion the best part of making these are decorating them, and you can use any topping you want. If you're trying to keep it clean eating, you can use nuts. I used peanuts for this one. You can use granola, you can use dried fruit. Those that I'm making this for really don't care. So I used some rainbow sprinkles, and I also used some crushed up Oreo. You can use mini chocolate chips, you can use the mini M&Ms that they have, anything you want. But we're going to heat up the chocolate. Then we're just going to take each donut and just dip it in just to get it all covered. Shake off the excess. And then I'm just going to dip it in. In this case, I'll put some more peanuts. And then put it down. And then this, again, this one I'm going to do more rainbow sprinkles. And you could even do chocolate nibs, the raw chocolate nibs, which would be really good, I'm sure. And then I'll do another one of Oreo. And to add up, make the nuts look a little bit nicer, I took some chocolate, melted chocolate, and I'm just going to drizzle it across the donuts as well. And if you don't have, this is in a parchment cone, but if you don't have a parchment cone, you could use a Ziploc bag and just fill in the chocolate and just snip off the tip, or you could just use a spoon and spoon it over. So here I have my finished donuts, and am I going to try one? Oh, hell yes. And they're really very good. So to get the full recipe, go to the link below at cinnamonsweetshoppe.com.